Alright, today we're going to make a square plate out of cherry, and I'm going to explain a little bit. I've been mailing out a lot of the little paint chips, so I'm going to explain a little bit on how to turn those and the best way to do that. But let's go ahead and get started. Alright, I've mailed out quite a bit of this. I want to do a quick little video on how to turn it, to maybe reduce it from chipping a little bit. I basically cut it into, a little round shape there. I'm going to hot glue it right on there. And then we're going to turn it. You don't want to come in from the side. What that does is it'll try and peel the layers back, It's automotive paint, so normally when you paint something, you scuff it each time so it has something to bond to. Well, this was just on a rack, so it didn't get scuffed, every layer. It didn't get scuffed at all. So it tends to want to chip up a little bit, so we turn it from the top and just go straight in. So I'll go ahead and glue it on and show you that. Alright, I went ahead and just hot glued it on there. And I think I did a video quite a while ago and made a little finial with it. And they're just kind of bulky, but you can't get real detail with it unless you want to sand it. So you can do a basic shape with it and then take, like a little dowel or something, wrap it with sandpaper and clean it up that way. But this is a way I'll show you how to basically get your basic shape without, minimize the chipping on it. So just come in from the top. And I know normal turning, you want to come in from the side and true it up. You don't want to do that with this. So, I'm just using a fingernail gouge, just a little detail gouge. And you can see, I made some small boxes with it before. I think I put some pictures of those up. This is just going to reduce it from wanting to chip on you. So, and I know it's going to chip on me right now and then. You just want it nice and slow. And it'll come off there in just little ribbons too. But now this is where you're coming out here and it's not true, so it's going to try and catch a little bit. Just go nice and easy with it. And if you want to do like a small finial, you can just start to come in right here and make the handle right there, or the top of it, and then just work the material down away from it. As you see that right there. Where'd it go? There we go. That just popped off of there. That's what I'm talking about right there. It still just knocked that chunk off. So you have to play with it. For like jewelry makers, they sell this stuff at like craft shows and stuff, and they just sand it up. They'll sand it into like a little heart earring or something like that. And they just sand it by hand. They don't put it on the lathe. And then they'll just clear coat it and give it that shine. Now just work your way down with it. Hopefully you can come up with a nice shape, and even doing that, going against it like that, it tends to want to chip. So always work down from the top. So I hope that helped. I'm not going to make anything. I'm going to do a little square bowl now, but I just wanted to show you how to work it down. But here, so basically, if you're making a little finial, this would be it, and you just work your way down and then make your shape on it. But just don't come in from the sides. It wants to to peel off on you. But if you have any more questions, just let me know. Okay, when you turn something square, you just need to find center. So I just drew on my lines there, so that's dead center. And depending on how thick it is, we're just going to make a square dish instead of a box. But it's the same basic principle on all of it. You can just, if it was a little bit thicker, we could have just turned a lid and made it into a box. But you want to find center on it. And if it's thicker, you could turn a tenon down on it. But this isn't quite thick enough, so I'm just going to take a Forstner bit and go into it a little bit so we can expand the chuck in it and open it up. And then we'll turn that off when we turn it around and reverse it. So I'm just going to go ahead and drill down into that. All right, I just took my Forstner bit and just went down just a little bit to catch that lip there. We'll just go ahead and put it in there and expand it. There we go. And then we'll bring the tailstock up so that we can support it too. And then just come in and true it up like you were truing up a regular piece, but we're going to leave a portion of it that we don't touch. And we'll do a little bit of hand sanding with it. So we're just going to keep coming around until we have a spot in here, and then we won't touch that. Quarter of an inch to go. And then you can clean this out in here. So, all right, we're gonna just keep working our way out. Okay, I'm going to pull the tailstock back away. Alright, I'm going to use this new tool here. Alright, you did notice if turned up on its side, it makes a nice clean cut. Just like that. That cleaned it right up. I need to come out on the edges here a little bit more. But I don't know if that's recommended or what the manufacturer recommends, but roll it up on the side. Take nice clean cut off of it. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and sand it up. I'm going to take a DA and hit this right here, but I'll just sand up and then we'll turn it around. So, when you're sanding something like this up, be careful. Keep your hands away from those tips. Then when you get out to the edge there where there's no material, just turn it off. And just hand sand those edges right there. But I'm going to go ahead and sand it up and then I'll come back. Alright, just finishing up with 600. It's coming out there. Turned off. And just go along and hand sand the part out here. Little wings. So there we go. We'll just go ahead and mount it back on like that, and we have our center hole there that we can go ahead and clean up. Alright, so just mount this on there, and this is just that non-stick stuff you put on like your kitchen cabinets. You put your piece back on there and slide the tailstock up. Bring it up, place it right in the hole that you already have there. Get that out of the way real quick. A little bit off. I'll try and move it around just a little bit until we can get it right on. There we go. That's pretty close. I'm going to go tighten it up a little bit. And there we go. Then we can turn the bottom down. Alright, I'm just going to come in with my spindle gouge here and just clean this out. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and sand this up, and then I'll clean up that little nub down there with the little hand sander. Alright, just finishing up with 600. There we go. And then just hand sand your tips out here a little bit. Then all we have to do is clean up that little spot there by hand. So go ahead and do that. All right, I just cleaned off that little nub with the hand sander. So there we go. So I hope that helped, Chad. It's just, you know, basically I just cut a square block so that, and then just find your center on it, and that's your biggest obstacle right there. All right, there we go. I hope that helped, Chad. And with the paint chips too, just work your way in from the top. But thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.